Tune in and watch Lori and Amelia as they talk health and wellness, keep you in the know, highlight do-gooders in promo, and spill the tea in Never Have I Ever. And now it's time for the rundown.
Hey, girl.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's earlier for you than me, but you know I'm not a morning person, so I struggle to get hair and makeup done.
I'm sorry. The truth be told, I've got therapy, and therapy is only like once every 3 months. Oh. So I'm like, Amelia, can we do it earlier? So.
Yes, it worked. It's a good thing. I got my hairs done yesterday, so they're fresh, and I look a little bit better than I normally would. So,
great.
Let's get into this. Welcome to episode 85 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia and Madl with Promo Corner, and of course, joining me is Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. And our sponsor, we're going to get right into it, is Pro Towels. And I just dug out one of my samples they sent me. So Pro Towels is one of the largest towel and textile suppliers in the U.S., and they serve a wide range of products in the promotional products industry, while they also supply wholesale to fully customized products using various decoration methods, including screen printing, sublimation, and embroidery. And for over 35 years, Pro Towel has been the premium provider for beach, golf, fitness, sports towels, and other textile items, including bath and kitchen accessories for over 50 industries. So head on over to protowels.com to learn more. And I love this one. I don't want to spray myself yet because I will make a mess. But there's a hidden message in here. So when this gets wet, if you're like, wiping your sweat or drying off your golf club or balls or whatever, there's a hidden message in here that you will see. I love that.
Oh, are you looking at my pet?
Are you looking at my pet? Yeah.
It's so cute.
It is cute. And they were featured, Pro Towels was the promo everyday sponsor a few weeks ago, and Brandon showcased some of the what I call the hidden messaging. So go check that out.
Love it.
Yeah. So what's new? What you been doing?
Oh my gosh, I've been on the road. The whole month of April, I was on the road. Like, I think I was only home 3 days, Amelia. It's David Chen's fault. It's his fault. He's like, oh, Lori, I forgot we registered for this show. I need you to go do it because we double booked. Normally, I register for the shows, and I put it on our calendar so I can keep track of this. Mm-hmm. And so I've been everywhere. I have been Colorado, Austin. I filmed in Austin, as you know. I just got back from Orlando this week. So it's been a very, very busy month. May's looking a little bit better, but yeah, I'm doing that. And down to the last 100 hours of Pilates training. And that is in studio training. So I'll start teaching here and getting those hours.
So that's so exciting.
Yeah.
What about you? Well, number one, don't let David Chen be in charge of a calendar. Like, he's the person that needs to be told what to do. Don't let him be in charge of that stuff. He can plan dinner reservations, but other than that, cut off his.
That's a good compromise. Like, he can make dinner reservations. Let me keep track of the work calendar. I love that idea.
He's good at that. He's great at finding restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
Keeping track of where to be and when to be and who's going to be there. Maybe not so much.
So he does watch this podcast. So I love you, David.
Love you, David. So I haven't been up to a lot, but May is super busy. There's so many things going on. Mother's Day is coming up. This podcast will drop right before Mother's Day. So early Happy Mother's Day, Lori, and all the moms watching. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Amelia.
Oh, it's graduation season. Graduation is happening here in probably a week after this drops. So we have senior graduation. I have some family graduating. My little guy, Maddox, graduates from 8th grade. So they have a ceremony for the 8th graders graduating from middle school to go up to high school. What else do we have going on? Just all the functions at the end of the school year where the kids get their awards for all the different sports and honor society and all that stuff. So it's just a lot of stuff going on.
And your daughter, Addie,
Yes. So she turned 17 May 3rd, and I can't believe it.
That's insane.
I don't know where time went. I know. I don't want to embarrass her. I should have brought a picture of like her baby and compared. And for her birthday party, I was like, do you want to like a strawberry shortcake birthday party like I used to do for you when you were little? Or like Dora or Hello Kitty? And I named off like all the themed birthday parties I've thrown over the years. Those were all hard no's. However, she is having a get together. I'm going to say it's a party. It's a get together with her friends that are in her grade, boy and girl, and they're having basically a barn party. They're hanging out in our shop because she doesn't want to be in the house with us. So they're going to go hang out in lawn chairs on a concrete floor with a Bluetooth speaker because God forbid they stay in the house.
I love it.
All the fun toys we have in the house. So
welcome to 17, 18,
yeah,
19, 20, about 23, they start coming back around.
We will see next episode. I'll let you know how the party went, if I had to break it up or embarrass any kids or if there was any issues. But I'm hoping it all just goes by, and if anything happens that I don't need to know about.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you at 17, Amelia? I know what I was doing at 17.
I know. I'm gonna go stock the refrigerator. We have a refrigerator out there with water and pop and Capri Suns and stock all that. And I'm sure I'll creep out there once or twice just to make sure everything is above board. But
I'm telling you, it's crazy. I graduated when I was 17. So I was young. My parents started me early. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I'm here almost 55. I mean, 35.
You're so smart.
So smart.
Yeah, she'll turn 18 like literally a week before she graduates her senior year.
Oh my gosh,
she's like
I think that's amazing.
Class.
Wow.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. So Lori, what are your health tips for us? What do we got for living with Lori?
So I've been threatening to do this, and you know this, Amelia. I'm like, it's time. I do a smoothie every single day as we get into spring and summer. It's what I start my morning with after my mushroom coffee. So I threw one of my recipes up here, and I do modify it just a little bit. So with the frozen blueberries, remember, you guys, I told you this with the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Blueberries have so many, like close to 200 chemicals in them. So I will take frozen berries, so blueberries, raspberries, and boysenberries, and it's great because it makes your smoothie slushy. And then for the frozen steamed veggies, I usually use spinach, but I have my product, so I'll show you. I also use Amazing Grass Green Blend. So I use one or the other. And then on the 1/4-inch sliced fresh ginger, I get mine at Trader Joe's in the frozen section, and they're little cubes you just pop out of a tray and throw it in your blender. So for me, it needs to be easy. And the key is to have these ingredients at home, so it's very quick to make. So the protein powder, I'm going to show you what protein powder I use. I use sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. I alternate it. And then the green powder is listed here. And then almond butter, cinnamon. I alternate between coconut milk and almond milk and coconut water. And you'll see that at the bottom, but I rotate it. I don't use it all the same. And so here's an image of the ginger, crushed ginger. And again, this is in the frozen section. Super cute. You can see on the back, they're just little cubes that pop out. And again, it's super easy. And they don't go bad, right? It's good. And then the Amazing Grass Greens Blend, it's 1 scoop. And it does come with a scooper. You can get this on Amazon. And no, I don't get any sponsorship. I should though. And then I like Ancient Nutrition Bone Broth Protein. I do the vanilla because there's so many great flavors in everything else I'm putting in the smoothie. For my vegans out there, Truvani, which is now at Sprouts, and you can get her on her website or on Amazon, Truvani. She has a vegan protein powder that's plant-based, and I've used it. I've tried so many protein powders, you guys, just in 2020 during my health and wellness coaching. But these two I like, and I do rotate the protein powder. So enjoy. It's so refreshing, but that's how I start my morning after my mushroom coffee.
That's awesome. I have been doing a protein shake pretty much every morning as well, but I don't do it as soon as I get up. I'm usually like 11 o'clock before I ingest something in the day other than coffee. It's just, I don't like to eat first thing in the morning. Smoothies I can do. It's just, I'm trying to get going. But I have been doing good about that. So I will add fresh strawberries, like a little bit of quick oats for some carbs, maybe some natural peanut butter, and then my protein that's high protein, no like hardly any carbs, hardly any sugar, just something that I like. And almond milk or coconut milk, whatever I have on hand.
I love that. Yeah, so this is 20 grams of protein per serving, which is good. Right? That's a good amount. Yeah, good job. And feel free to mix this up and around, you know. It's good though. I love my smoothies in the morning.
So you were talking spinach. I don't have any fresh spinach, and my garden spinach is not doing very well. We've had a weird rainy season, cold season, so we're seeing. But I want to tell all the people out there, if you're not a gardener or you don't have an area, maybe you live in an apartment, this is something I learned recently. So this was romaine lettuce that I bought in a bag at a store. Once we cut it down to like the stalk or the bottom or whatever that's gross that you don't want to eat, you literally just drop it in a cup with a little bit of water and it will re-sprout. It just regrows. And then you just cut it and eat it, and you can keep it in your house and keep doing this in a windowsill. Or you
That's gorgeous.
That it's regrown the roots. You can plant this in your garden once it regrows like that, and it will continue to replenish. So
absolutely gorgeous, Amelia. I love that so much. I still haven't been able to plant my garden. Soon.
Yeah. But you can do that over the winter time too, to cut down. Yes. I mean, it takes a minute to grow enough to like make a salad. I got one of these the other day and I was like, it's like a baby side salad, but you know what? I grew it myself in my window.
I love it. One leaf for you, one leaf for me, one leaf for you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And I love that so much. Like that makes me super happy.
Yes. And I've been doing all my outdoor stuff, which also goes into your health and wellness. So I just have to brag on myself a little bit. I've been laying mulch. So I laid or spread, whatever you want to call it, 20 bags of mulch the past 2 nights. And then I actually did all this edging by myself. I dug into the ground in dirty, heavy, wet mud and put all these pavers in all by myself. I was so proud.
You did the pavers too, Amelia?
Yeah, I did that. My husband hurt his back, and so he couldn't help me with anything. So I took his big pickup truck, loaded up the 20 bags of mulch, unloaded them, spread them. He was out with my son doing something, and I was like, this looks like crap. I want to make it look better, and I want it done now. So I just went behind the barn and found some extra pavers and got the equipment I needed out of the barn, the shovels and hose and gardening gloves and everything. And
so good. I love.
Yeah, now he has all these projects for me. He's like, ooh, can you do that over here? And I was like, when's your back going to be better? I need some help with this.
Yeah. Get better.
Help me. But it was nice to like, it was a physical, I mean, spreading mulch and also digging in the ground, like, because it was hard and I had to like dig in a special thing so that they're all flat. And my heart rate would get up and I was like, I work out quite a bit, but Jesus, with a little garden hoe and my heart rate was spiking up there.
I love it. It does feel good though to get those projects done.
Yeah, it looks so good too. Okay, so Lori, did you see what shirt I had on?
Yes, I did. I love it so much.
So if you know, you know.
I love it.
Lori, what?
Unicorn. I think we should get like temporary tattoos of that badass unicorn. I think so.
Okay. Shout out who does temporary tattoos that we can reach out to.
Cute.
Yeah, we'll think about it. I don't know who makes custom shapes other than California Tattoo. Let's find somebody. Let's get those. Those are great pass outs.
They're so good. I mean, who doesn't want a badass unicorn?
I know. That's what we are. Badass unicorns.
Yes.
Okay, so Lori, what do you know?
I have one that is, I thought was big news, and that's Bori Lee. He is now with Performa as Vice President of Business Development, and that happened about a week or so ago. Super happy that he landed. He was previously at American Solutions for Business, So now Performa's stacking, let me tell you.
I know, right? They are just building a powerhouse.
You've got Meg, you've got Lori now. Like, wow.
Charity.
Greg Armstrong's charity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Crazy. So another one you know about, but Michael Riesbaum, he left the industry after what, 20 years?
Yeah. Which is shocking. That would be like you or I leaving, right? Like shocking.
Yeah. I was like, please tell me you're still going to crash industry events.
He probably
I bet
yes.
you will if they're local. Like, maybe
oh my God, totally.
Yeah. So that was a huge one.
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar with BCG, but Bill and Sharon Miller that own that company, they retired recently. So that is a big deal. Melissa Ralston departed from Kuzi Group, and she was the chief revenue officer. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but that was a big deal. Who else do we have here? I have a cheat sheet. Logomark named a new COO. Did you know that?
No.
So Clive got promoted. So Clive took over as president. Clive Goldberg was promoted in the winter to president of Logomark. Yes. And John Lear has come in. I'm not familiar with him, so I don't think he has much industry experience, but he was named the new COO. A buddy of mine, I don't know if you know Dan Reichert, he was at Tervis forever. And he just recently left, and now he's went to Starline. So that was kind of big news. And then another one that just came through recently, right before we recorded this, not a person, but a company, but ASI acquired promo-focused events and media portfolio from Printing United Alliance, which is better known as Promo Marketing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, still continues to be some moving and shaking going on, which is, I love it.
Yeah. Well,
keep it fresh.
I got to just keep up. I was like, it was like super quiet for a while. I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to have very much. And then it seemed like all the news dropped right around the same time.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like lots of movement for sure. Companies being bought. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep.
I forget which one. Geiger just picked up a company in, and forget Amelia, I'm sorry. I'll have to look, but Geiger just picked up a company.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of acquisitions with buying groups and distributors purchasing other distributors.
Crazy.
Sure. Lori, have you found any do-gooders? That was your homework last time, to find some do-gooding in the industry with all your moving and shaking and traveling.
Does it have to be industry, or can it be anybody?
If you have something, I have an industry one. So if you saw something that just makes you feel warm and fuzzy, let us hear about it.
So one of my friends, I'm not going to give her last name out, Chelsea, she lives in Flagstaff, and she's a firefighter in Phoenix. And talk about a badass woman. She's gorgeous, and she's in, primarily a man's world. But I love it. And I think that's just amazing. So I wanted to shout out to Chelsea. Just absolutely amazing.
Going through the process is no joke, and not for the faint of heart to become a fireman. Like, no. They have to be able, I'm sure it's changed some, but I had a friend that was wanting to be a fire person. I don't know. Do you change it if it's a man or a woman? But she would practice with one of our smaller friends, because you have to be able to pick up the weight of a person and carry them up and down flights of stairs if you run into something. So whenever she was with this other friend, she would just pick them up and run up and down the flights of stairs, because it was a smaller person, to practice that so that she would be able to accomplish that.
That's crazy. I would just say, let's go, hurry, run, keep up.
Yeah, I struggle with my 40-pound bags of chicken feed and mulch sometimes to pick those up and haul them around. I can't carry a 150-pound person over my shoulder.
So crazy. And then one last little do-good. I personally think it's a do-gooder. On my flight home this week, on American. I was sitting in row 10. So you've got 2 seats and then the flight attendant's next to you facing it's at the emergency exit. It's a 2. And then this lovely man, lovely flight attendant, started talking to him. He's really like, shut up, lady. Started talking to him. He has been flying for American Airlines for 51 years.
Wow.
Started when he was 20. He was one of the first 10 men to get hired on an American Airlines because they did not hire men back then. It was only women for obvious reasons, right? Not saying I agree, ladies. But that he was telling me the story. He showed me a picture of him in his uniform back 51 years ago. And it really brought tears to my eyes because he's dealing with the public and he's seen so much from uniform smoking on planes to living through 9/11, and he's not ready to retire. He enjoys going to work. So I had to share that. Like, I think that is, and he greets every passenger with a smile. And I think being in the public in a silver tube like that with the public is super hard. I mean, I see people, how they interact.
Mm-hmm.
So 51 years, Amelia.
That's crazy. I can't imagine. I was going to ask you, was he a flight attendant? Was that when smoking was permitted on planes? I cannot imagine now getting on a plane and having someone smoking a pack of cigarettes next to me on a plane.
When you think about it, right? They had like the back section, and what's so funny is it was all recycled air, so we were still inhaling it.
Yeah. Oh, crazy.
But he was, Timothy's his name, 51 years, and what an amazing soul. It just touched me. So those are my 2 good do-gooders. I know they're outside the industry, but we use them, right?
Yeah. We in this industry, we see flight attendants constantly.
Yeah.
Fun fact, in high school, my senior year, I actually applied to be a flight attendant. I thought that's what I wanted to do. And then I kind of realized I get motion sickness pretty easily. Like, I don't know if traveling constantly on a plane is probably the right thing for me. Like, I'm pretty sure you could max out at the amount of Dramamine you can consume in one day. So I went a different direction. But that was something I had entertained about the process. And yeah.
You would have been a badass flight attendant. I could just see you though with your motion sickness. You know what? I've got the drink cart. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to borrow that bag, please.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay. So I do have a do-gooder from the industry, and I picked this one because it is based on do-gooding in Hawaii, which I am going to next month. So me and my family are going to Maui in June for a family vacay. And so I know. So this do-gooder, it was the Affiliate Visionary Award was presented to Michelle Robello, who's the owner of Red Zone Promo in Hawaii. And when the wildfires happened last August, Michelle and her husband raised over $58,000 in donations from I Promote You affiliates and clients of her husband, Cliff, who works for a financial advisory firm. And then additionally, the Red Zone Promotions and CMR financial advisors matched an additional 15%. And so all that money went to help providing meals and services to families that were part of that devastating fire. So kudos to them for taking the initiative, doing it, matching it, collecting it, funneling it. That's a lot of work.
Michelle is an amazing human. I know her.
Oh, good. You know her. See, I don't know her. I just found the story, but okay. Awesome.
Yes. And she is truly one of those, when we go over to work a show and do her show, she hosts all the suppliers.
Oh,
she rents out, it's usually at Bose, but she rents out a back room and hosts us all. She appreciates us. She's just a lovely, lovely woman.
That is awesome. Very, very
That's a good one to call out.
Yeah, I love that, and I thought that was fitting because Hawaii is on my mind. We're like,
yes,
we're getting there. Lori, speaking of industry events, I have a couple of things on what to watch, and they fall into multiple categories. But from an industry perspective, and I believe you've done this before, LEAD is coming up right after Mother's Day, the 13th and 14th. And for those of you that don't know, LEAD is when industry veterans, they all go to Washington, D.C. for a few days, and they talk with legislators about different policies and procedures and the power of promo and different regulations that are being passed that might affect promo in the industry. So that is happening. So watch on that, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of stories going on when people come back, and probably a lot more information after everybody just swarms DC and takes over.
I love it. I've been 4 times.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one quick story that is pretty powerful. In Ohio, I believe, they have the highest rate of SIDS in the state. Sudden infant death syndrome. Yes. And the government had created a onesie for parents with some literature, but on the onesie, on the front of it, it said this side up. So studies found that putting the baby on their back was beneficial and reducing SIDS. So ironically, they didn't look at that as a promotional product. At the time I went, there were bills that were on the floor to get rid of promotional products through the government. And when you took the time to spell out, like we got our hands on one of those onesies, or the Lance Armstrong bracelet, bringing awareness to cancer, it's super powerful. Like, this is a promotional product, and it's a vehicle for messaging. And you just saw them go like, oh, they didn't think about it. I don't know what they thought. They thought it was, collateral and it was making a difference. But when in their bill, that would have been cut. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of fascinating.
Well, people don't think of stuff as promo, really. Like, you go to the bank and you get a pin. It's just the bank gives out pins, or you get a plastic drinkware piece from something, or the school's giving out T-shirts. They just think of it as just stuff that you get. Right. They don't understand where it comes from, how many touches it has, who's ordering it, who's making it happen. So yeah, bringing awareness to promo and what it's all about. So I can't wait to hear some stories, especially from I'm on my regional. So usually it's people that are involved in the regional association that are volunteering their time to go. And it's a lot of time it's on their dime or their company's dime. So it's not something that the industry picks up as a whole. They're paying for it. So good job, guys. That's my what to watch.
Amazing. Yes.
I have another thing on what to watch, and it is part of your healthy gut.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen this, and if you're weak in the stomach, close your ears, folks. So it's called Hack Your Health: The Secrets of Your Gut, and it's on Netflix, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes. And it has these different doctors. It's like a docu-series. And it has 3 different individuals that have gut issues. One of the guys was one that would win all of the contests with the power eating of the hot dogs and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And after that, he never had the feeling of being hungry or full. He never felt like he was hungry, so he wouldn't eat. But then when he ate, he didn't have that shut off for being full. And another girl, literally everything she ate would make her sick. So she was down to 10 items is all she could consume. Otherwise it would make her sick.
It's all the gut.
Yes. And so the video is really cute because it really breaks it down and dumbs it down, what your gut does and all the things. And one of the things I learned about this, which I don't know if you've heard, but have you ever heard of a fecal transplant?
No, I have not heard of a fecal transplant.
So one of the girls did it. I would advise you go to a medical facility and do this. She was doing it DIY style. Basically using capsules, creating we'll call it the potion, and putting them into dissolvable capsules that she would give herself a suppository. And she had a donor who didn't have stomach issues, and she could tell immediately with those transplants, her gut felt different. It would heal different. she could eat different foods. And she went between 2 donors, and one of her donors struggled with depression. And when she used that person's fecal, she also got severely depressed, and she had to go back to the other donor. So it was just going to say, like, everything that's in your body, your chemical makeup also is in your gut. It affects you.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to understand, like, really what you put in your body and your chemical balance of you as a human, how much it can affect your digestive system. So
it's, I mean, truly, the gut has more nerve endings than the brain. It's insane. Yeah. I am going to look that up. I've got a network of people with my coaching all over the world, actually. And I'm going to send it out to them to see if they've heard of it and what the feedback has been.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
It just came out on Netflix. And it's called Hack Your Health, The Secrets of Your Gut. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes, so it's very short to watch. Yeah. So that would be my what to watch if you want to learn more about your body that we just don't think about.
I'm going to watch it, Amelia, and I'm going to get back to you on fecal transplant.
Okay. So I was like, I rewind. What?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Okay, so Lori, we're getting to the end here. So never have you ever. So my question to you, nothing, well, yeah, we'll just ask it. And I'm sure everybody's gone through this, but never have you ever thought a friend's baby was ugly?
I have.
Did you tell said friend?
No. You can't tell them that their baby's ugly. And it's probably just temporary, right? They'll grow out of it.
You hope. One would hope.
Yeah. But yes, I've seen babies that are not attractive. I would have to say most babies. I'm even talking about my kid. Like, they're just not, they look like little aliens a little bit.
Right? I think my kids were both beautiful. My daughter took a second because she was very jaundiced because I had a hard time having her, and so she was really yellow and she had a coat head. We used all the magic tools to help pull her out of her womb. She didn't want to come out. She wanted to stay up in there. But yes, I've seen ugly babies, and it's hard when someone hands you your baby or their baby and you're like, cute. Yeah, have a very good poker face to lie, like, and then I'll leave and get in the car and be like, holy shit, I hope that baby grows out of that. That's not a cute baby.
So yes, I have, but I would never, ever, ever say, and that's, I think, also too, we need to watch your reaction. Oh. Yeah.
Ooh. Send it back. Cute. Send it back. Do it again.
Send it back.
That thing needs to bake a little bit more. Do it again.
Yes. That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, if anyone has a picture of an ugly baby that they can share that, won't get them in trouble, maybe it's not someone that they know's baby, so that they don't get in trouble, but please post it. I would like to see pictures of some ugly babies. Ugly babies. All right. Well, that wraps us up. Good stuff. Lots of information.
Yes.
Thank you to our sponsor, Pro Towels. Go head over to protowels.com to learn more. Tell them we sent you, and then send it to go-getters. If you have any industry news, send me your press releases. That's how I've learned about a bunch of this stuff. Our press releases folks are sending me. And then tune in again on May 24th for a new episode. I feel like summer hasn't even started yet, but I think it's going to fly by.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's going to go so quick.
Not right.
So quick. No. Like we're in May. Half the year almost.
Don't say that. Ooh. All right. I'm going to go cry in my Cheerios about how fast time is moving and how old I'm getting because my kids are getting old.
It's reality, right? And it hits, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it. All right, I'll quit crying by the time we record again. Bye,
Nice.
guys.
Bye.